What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Looking at an article right here from CNN. Elon Musk bashes the 500 million AI project Trump announced, claiming its backers don't have the money. So we already have, I guess you could say, Elon and Trump controversy. So let's check out this article and see what's going on with it. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna read this article here. CNN, shortly after President Donald Trump announced a new massive AI infrastructure investment from the White House first buddy, Elon Musk tried to tear it down. They don't actually have the money, Musk wrote on the social media platform X. SoftBank has well under 10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. Trump said the investment will create a new company called Stargate to grow artificial intelligence infrastructure in the United States. The leaders of SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle stood alongside Trump during the announcement. Their respective companies will invest 100 billion in total for the project to start, with the plans to pour up to 500 billion into Stargate in the coming years. Wow, dumping loads of money into it. The comments are a notable takedown of a major White House project from someone that is in Trump's innermost circle. As a sign of how involved Musk is in the first days of the administration, Musk said he was in the Oval Office on Tuesday as Trump signed a pardon for Rose William Ulbricht, founder of the dark web marketplace Silk Road. Musk had also dispatched a top staffer from his SpaceX and X companies to help ensure the release of convicted January 6 rioters after Trump signed a blanket pardon. Perhaps it should not be a surprise that Musk is going after an open AI initiative. Musk is in an ongoing lawsuit with OpenAI and its CEO Sam Altman, who was at the White House for the announcement. Musk, who has said he doesn't trust Altman, claims in the lawsuit the Chat GPT has abandoned its original nonprofit mission by reserving some of its most advanced AI technology for private customers. The companies involved in Stargate have not publicly disclosed how they will contribute to the funds, contribute the funds, but they don't necessarily need the money in the bank to support it. They could raise debt or sign on other equity investors. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Wednesday rebuked Musk's comments, saying in a Fox News interview, the American people should take President Trump and those CEOs' words forward. Okay, President Trump is very excited about the infrastructure announcement in the field of AI, which is obviously growing and something the United States of America needs to capitalize on because of our adversaries, such as China, are very advanced in this field, Leavitt said. So the American people should take President Trump and their CEO's word for it. These investments are coming to our great country, and Americans' jobs are coming along with them. Altman replied directly to Musk's claim on X, writing, "Wrong, as you surely know. Want to come visit the first site already underway? This is great for the country. I realize what is great for the country isn't always what's optimal for your companies, but in your new role, I hope that you'll mostly put America first." Amen. I agree on that. I sure do hope that Musk does put America first. Some of his actions lately. A source familiar with Stargate said Musk's assertion is not true. SoftBank, the source, pointed out that it has 24.3 billion of cash on its balance sheet per its latest earnings, and that it is comfortable taking on more debt to help fund the project. The wherewithal to access more capital. The source pointed out that MGX has 100 billion in capital commitments. Oracle has 11 billion in cash on its balance sheet, and OpenAI recently announced it has more than 10 billion from its recent round of venture capital. Oh, I think that's the end of the article right there. So that's the article. Now we're going to take a look at these news headlines.
Announced yesterday a $500 billion investment in AI. Then last night, Elon Musk publicly criticized it, saying that they didn't have the money. What's that all about?
So when I covered Trump in his first administration, there was this huge announcement around Foxconn. They were going to build this electrics factory in Wisconsin. It's this Taiwanese maker, and there was all this publicity around it. It was a big White House push. They encouraged reporters to talk about it, and then it never ended up materializing. Certainly not in the way that it was touted. It did not create anywhere near as many jobs as they said initially. And so when this came out yesterday, and Trump was in the Roosevelt Room making this announcement, I reminded people that this did happen before, and with these announcements, you kind of have to wait and see what happens before you go too far. Now, on this one, we don't know. This is a data center that they're creating, hoping to kind of expand infrastructure in the United States when it comes to artificial intelligence, because people like Sam Altman, who was standing next to Trump in the room yesterday, have warned we're way behind China when it comes to the AI race. But Elon Musk is pouring cold water on this idea that this is a $500 billion investment. Initially, it's supposed to be $100 billion and then get up to $500 billion. Elon Musk is claiming that this company doesn't even have $10 billion behind this to do this. Now, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, is disagreeing. They are basically in legal warfare. That's important context here between Elon
Yeah.
Musk and Sam Altman. They're suing each other, or Elon Musk is suing them. And so it is important to remember there's tension here. But really, the story of this is Elon Musk is undercutting Donald Trump on one of the biggest announcements he made on his first.
Yeah. So that's the thing right here is that, Musk has got conflict with this guy. They're suing each other. So is he saying this because of what he's got going on in it? Is it, and it's not true? I mean, evidently we read the article. We're listening to this. We're going to, weigh in on it. But yeah, this is, you know, Musk and Trump are probably both headstrong. I don't know, man. These two might not be able to work well together because they just might bump heads. I don't know.
First full day in office. And it raises that question we've been talking about, which is what does this look like when someone who is not afraid to voice his opinion, neither of them are, when those conflict, and what this ultimately looks like. But the White House is saying that people should take Trump's word for it, not Elon's.
Yeah, I mean, Elon Musk's
He is the
criticism was
president.
that this consortium doesn't have the money, the 500 million. They can 500 billion. I mean, they can raise that money pretty easily. But it's fascinating to see this criticism of something that President Trump is touting as a major accomplishment, from yesterday. Caitlin, we'll see you at 9 o'clock more. We're going to talk more on the second guessing right now by Elon Musk. I want to get perspective from tech journalist, author, and Pivot podcast co-host Kara Swisher. So, Kara,
What you
I don't
think?
know if anybody should be
Give it
surprised
to
by
us.
this, but what do you make of Elon Musk appearing to undermine this major announcement from the president?
Well, he wants to undermine Sam Altman. That's his goal. He's obviously in a lawsuit with him. He had a lawsuit, then he stopped having a lawsuit, and then he had a lawsuit again because of his involvement with OpenAI. So this is a long-running feud between these two tech entrepreneurs, specifically around AI.
They
And
used to
so
be friends,
I don't think
or
they did.
yeah.
They did. Long time ago. Not very. It was many moons ago. But like a lot of people that talk to Elon a lot, myself, Reid Hoffman, many others, they're not. There's been a real break, especially between
Yeah,
Altman
seems
and
that way.
Musk over a variety of things. And Elon's alleging certain things, and Sam is denying them or just shaking his head, essentially.
In this particular instance, I mean, he's alleging, they don't have the money. I know you've spoken to
Yeah,
some of the parties involved in the Stargate
I have.
project. Even if they don't have cash on hand, I assume they could raise this money
In
quickly,
four
no?
seconds,
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Anderson.
lot.
Four
I
I know of
seconds.
a lot of people who would want to invest.
Yeah, there's no lack of money among these people. They could do it out of their own pockets. Just Larry Ellison standing there, that's it. That's all you need. And interestingly, Ellison is close to Musk and has invested in Twitter and everything else. So there's plenty of money here. I mean, I think he's trying to impugn the thing because he's not part of it, or Trump is showing a little independence from everything, all things Elon, essentially.
I mean, there are those, who've wondered whether this alliance between Trump and Musk would hit some bumps. Do you
Yeah,
think it's a sign of that? I mean, how long would a Trump tolerate? I mean, Musk could have gone to him privately and expressed, his
sure, he could
disdain.
have. Yes, if he was anyone else, he could have, but Musk plays everything out, all his emotions on X or wherever he happens to be, because he's a look at me kind of fella. And so what he
Kind of
did was, I
childish.
think, problematic. I think they were already sort of hurting over that hand signal, however you want to interpret it, problematic nonetheless. I think they think people within the Trump orbit do think Elon sucks up a lot of oxygen. And as Maggie Haberman said, Trump is a one ring circus. And so there can't be two ringmasters. So
Absolutely.
Elon's going to do
Absolutely.
what Elon wants to do because that's what he's always done. And that's maybe not work so well in a Trump environment where Trump gets to call the shots.
Can you just talk about the idea that that they're proposing with Sam Altman and the SoftBank and Oracle?
Mhm. Well, SoftBank has had a history of this, saying they're going to promise this much money, this much money, and he's a great entrepreneur. Let me just say, he's had some disasters, but he's had some huge successes. Masayoshi Son, and so like a lot of people, like Elon Musk, by the way, has had some disasters and some huge successes. And so this is an idea to bring more AI into this country so that we don't rely on China as we do when we make phones or things like that. Let me add, the Biden administration had a chance, from what I understand, from several of these companies involved to be part of
Hmm.
this. And
Hmm.
there was all kinds of back and forth. But Trump, of course,
Biden
walks
can't make no
in having
deals.
done no work and takes credit for everything, like he's going to do with the economy and everything else. So in that way, he's
Oh,
quite
come
canny to do so and affiliate
on.
himself with the future, especially around AI.
Now we are watching CNN. I will remind you that, and I'm doing it so where it's not like looking at one news source. But yeah, it's evidently that she's not a big Trump fan. We know that most uh, people on CNN probably aren't. But the thing of it is we're talking about Musk. She's probably not a Musk fan either. But take account for a good economy. Biden sure as heck has not built. What they're already trying to start to say that because they know that Trump's going to turn the economy around. We're going to boom. They're going to be like, oh, Joe Biden did that. Joe Biden did that. Joe Biden did that. Jeez, come on.
If Musk had complete power within the Trump administration, could he not have inserted himself into this deal? I mean, is this a sign that he does not have? I mean, if Sam Altman is the person involved in this
Yeah,
deal, not Elon Musk,
yeah.
Musk has his own company that he's started. Is that a
hmm
sign that he doesn't have, the toehold, or he's not as secure?
Well, OpenAI, which Sam runs, is the leader. Period. They just are the leader in everything with ChatGPT. So you would want to do a deal with them where that's in this country. So I don't see why he's surprised by that. And in this case, someone close to not the OpenAI people, but other people involved said that. Notice he wasn't in the Roosevelt room. He didn't wander in like he did with Jeff Bezos. He didn't wander into meetings, which he tends to do at Mar-a-Lago. The White House is a little different. You can't just
Mm,
wander into things. And
no way.
specifically, those companies didn't want Elon near this thing. And Trump seemed to agree with it.
What did you think of the hand gesture Elon Musk gave? D-
I,
Here we
I,
go.
I think it was a fascist salute. I think he knew what he was doing. I don't know. I don't live inside that head of his. So
You,
I think,
you surely
everybody,
don't.
he tried to describe as he's awkward. He was saying all kinds of things. As I said the other night, I think he's a troll above everything. And I think he probably knew what it would do because he likes to set people off. That would be my
Wow,
guess
he
from
really
having
would
seen
set
him
people
do it
off.
up close. Oh, let's see what happens when I do this. That's sort of his
Hmm.
personality. And he likes to do that. He likes to poke bears. He likes to say all kinds of controversial
He
things
don't
and
want
watch
to poke
everyone
Trump
lose their
there.
minds. I think let me just say, this is a 53-year-old man. He really needs to do this kind of stuff. I don't understand it, but it took attention away from Donald Trump the
Sure
very first
did.
day, no matter
Sure
what.
did.
So he needs to be more careful in public if he's going to
Well,
be
she's
a
kind of
representative of the Trump
she's a little
administration.
she's got a little bit of level head on her.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, there you go. We've read the article. We watched the video. What do you guys think? Do you think this Elon Musk Trump relationship's going to last long? I'm not sure. I think something might happen with this. I don't if Elon keeps acting that way because evidently the conflict here that we have is Elon has a conflict with Sam Altman, who's with Open AI. He wants to say that there's not enough money there. Obviously, from what we've seen and hear here, even CNN, that's not really a for Trump, is saying that Trump's saying that there's money there, we can do this. Elon's saying, no, it isn't. You heard the woman say that they could raise the money in 4 seconds. Easy, easy. So to me, this is Musk acting out, being a little bit childish. I don't think that Elon needs to be. I think Elon needs to do what Elon does. I think Elon needs to just stick to his car thing his rockets and doing whatever. He doesn't need to be involved with Trump's decisioning in the office because they're going to clash. It's never going to work between those two, I don't think. That's just, they are both of them are way too rich and way too freaking stubborn. Guys, I'm interested in what you think about this situation. Drop us a comment. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one.